In the month of January, our congregation is looking at the theme of integrity, and to prove how dedicated I am to these videos, I wanted to let you know I'm standing in a rainstorm that is soon going to turn into snow to film this. So thinking about integrity, I thought about the brief time in college when I was a dancer that may seem unlikely to you, and in fact that was the point. The choreographer recruited the least likely dancers that she could think of, and I was on that list of the least likely dancers that she could think of. She got us all together, us unlikely dancers, and got us moving around, and as we did, she noticed our essential signature gestures. And I was curious about this, and she told me that what she noticed for me was that my essential signature gesture was sort of a wave of the hand, as if to say, why bother, or who cares? And I thought about that. You know, in some ways that served me well. I don't get hung up on things, I don't get wrapped around the axle or too upset about things. On the other hand, when life requires me to dig deep and to push harder, sometimes that can be a challenge, not to have that ingrained grit or willpower there, you know, where I might want to sort of skitter off to the side and just find out what's fun or what's most interesting over there. You may remember the story by Dr. Seuss book called Horton Hatches an Egg, where Horton agrees to sit on an egg all the way till it hatches, and he says, I meant what I said, and I said what I meant, an elephant's faithful 100%. You know, and I've thought about that kind of integrity where the promise and intent matches the follow-through, and I admire people who have that, and I've struggled with that myself. Maybe you do too, in matching your action with your intent. I remember when I was in Army chaplain school doing all kinds of exercises, and the guy who was in charge, who was the instructor for the school, would march around shouting, "Get your minds right, chaplain, get your minds right." And I've struggled with that, trying to get my mind right for whenever struggle comes up, whenever I'm asked to push through. What's helped me to get my mind right is to remember the dream. To remember why it is I agreed to do whatever it is I'm struggling with in the first place. To remember what is the transformation I hope for, what is the dream I hope for, what is the dream that I've harnessed my own life to. Maybe that will help you get your mind right. Maybe that will help you be like Horton the elephant. Good luck.